Hey everyone, so today I want to share some tips with you on how to make your home show ready and how to get the most people in the door based on your marketing online. And when I say marketing in this context, I'm talking about how your home is portrayed and how it's perceived. So not necessarily the efforts or the exposure or the frequency of marketing from the real estate agent's job, but the things that are in your control and how you get your home ready to be seen by the market. So a lot of what I'm going to share with you today will seem very obvious, but you wouldn't believe the amount of homes that I come across that are not being marketed to their full potential. And I usually can see past a lot of these, what I call turnoffs, but many buyers can't. And so that's why I want to share this with you. So some of the major turnoffs for buyers are things like bold and loud paint colors, wallpaper or wallpaper borders, dirt, grime, dust, heavy dirt and grime and dust, excessive appliances and belongings on countertops or bathroom vanities, dark and dull bedrooms or other living spaces, unkept bedrooms and closets. So if you just have like a lot of personal belongings that are just like everywhere, right? So I'm not just talking about like your clothes are hung in the closet, right? But you've got clothes in baskets on the floor and shoes everywhere on the floor, and you've got bins full of stuff everywhere. That's what I'm talking about here. And then in general, just too much stuff and furniture for what the home space is, okay? Many buyers can look past one or two of these things, but when you have multiple of these, that's when it can be a really big turnoff for buyers. And when they see your home online, they're gonna look at a few pictures. The minute that they see a couple of these turnoffs, they're moving on to the next listing, and you did not hook them to come look at your home in person. So if you can, I highly recommend addressing some of these turnoffs, because most of them aren't super expensive and a lot of them are just truly your effort that you could put in. So if you have paint colors that are just a little more bold, try and neutralize those. If you have some wallpaper that you can get rid of, try and get rid of that. Try and store some of your additional belongings and clutter elsewhere, so it's not always super effective to put it in other places in the home or put it in bins that are then noticeable. If you can get like a storage unit or put it somewhere else, maybe a family member's garage, something like that, to get it out of the home, that is typically the most effective. If you've got a dark room, maybe you could buy a $100 light fixture or even a $50 light fixture to put in a better bulb, or even just changing the light bulb, maybe just to lighten it up. Open the blinds. If you have room darkening curtains or something like that, make sure that they're open. These small changes can make a huge difference on just the overall appearance and atmosphere of the home, both in pictures and in person. And so that brings me to, when you get pictures, make sure all of this is done and more. So you don't want to just make sure that you have that, but you also want to make sure you're getting rid of those daily living kind of clutter things. So if there's dishes in the sink, if there's shoes on the floor, if there's refrigerator magnets on the refrigerator, all of those things need to be addressed before you have pictures taken. If you leave a gym bag on your bed, then it's going to be there in pictures, because very few photographers move personal belongings. So I know it sounds silly because you're like, well, I cleaned my bedroom, I made the bed, I opened the blinds, turned on the light, it looks great, but then you forgot the gym bag. Your buyer is now distracted by the gym bag, right? So most of them can look past that, but the message here is that you want to minimize distractions, right? And you want to help that buyer visualize themselves in that home, not visualize you, right? So you're trying to take the attention away from you as the person living in that home and letting them have the opportunity to visualize themselves in the home. So those are all things that you can do for both pictures and online presence and in person. So if you have a showing come up, try and tidy up as much as you can. I know it's challenging in the daily grind of things, but if you can, do what you can, because it truly makes a difference when buyers are walking the property to feel that sense of cleanliness and declutteredness, right? So that it feels like a space that they want to be in, and you absolutely want them to be in your home so that they can buy it. So those are some tips that I have for you as far as making your home more appealing and attractive to more buyers. If you have questions about how to do this for your home, I know I spoke in a lot of generalities, so I'm happy to get specific with you if needed. You can just reach out and I'd be happy to help. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for listening. Bye.